Does your hair look damaged and lifeless despite using expensive products? Or maybe your hairstyle just isn't enhancing your face shape and features? The real problem isn't your shampoo, it's using the wrong brushes and unknowingly ruining your hairstyle with every single stroke. As a hairstylist of 18 years, I have seen this mistake destroy my clients' hair dreams, and in this video, I'll show you exactly which tools are sabotaging your hair, how to choose the perfect brush for your hairstyle, and which brushes work best for your face shape to enhance your natural features. Let's get started. First up, we have flat brushes. These come in two main types. We have paddle brushes and vented brushes. So paddle brushes have a more wide, flat surface with bristles that can be soft or firm. Soft bristles are flexible and they have movement to them. They are perfect for fine hair, damaged hair, or to use on wet hair. They detangle very gently without causing breakage, and I recommend these for daily brushing. Hard bristles are better for blow drying coarse or healthy hair types because of the hard bristles. They have less flexibility, so those with the coarse or healthy hair, you're going to be able to withstand the hard bristles better than fine or damaged hair types. When using a soft bristle brush to detangle your hair, you will always start at the ends and you're going to work your way up. This prevents pulling and breakage, where if you start at the top and you try to work your way down, you just end up creating more tangles and you will find it to be much more difficult. So always remember to detangle ends up. Vented brushes have holes in the back paddle that allow the air to flow through them to decrease dry time. Vented brushes can come also with both hard or soft bristles, and hard bristles work best again on that thick, coarse hair that needs more control, and soft bristles are better for your fine, damaged hair. Vented brushes like this are great to use when you're wanting to create a sleek, smooth style. They maybe don't provide quite as much smoothness as other brushes. You will definitely need to probably flat iron your hair some post blow dry if it's textured, but vented brushes are easy to use and they help you create a fast hairstyle. If you're someone who likes volume in your hair, vented brushes, however, are probably not going to be the brush that you prefer to use. While you can lift your hair up at the roots, the flat shape of the brush allows for really no bend through the rest of your hair, which is needed when creating a voluminous hairstyle. Overall, vented paddle brushes are my preferred brush to use for days when I need a fast and easy, smooth blow dry, because that is what they provide. I'm gonna link all the brushes mentioned today, as well as other tools used, in the description and pinned comment below. And I would really like to hear from you guys what your go-to brush is when it comes to styling your own hair at home. What do you like about it? Or maybe what are the challenges you're facing when you style your hair? I always love the added conversation you bring to these videos. And if you are enjoying this content, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, I hear you are guaranteed a perfect blowout just for subscribing. I'm just saying. For real though, your support, it really does mean a lot to me, and subscribing helps me know that you enjoy the channel and it lets me keep coming back to share more content with you week after week. So thank you for being here, and let's get into the next brush. Next up, we have round brushes. These are often the most challenging to use, but they also offer the most versatility. They are an absolute game changer for creating both volume or smooth styles in your hair. Round brushes come in sizes ranging from just 3/4 of an inch all the way to over 4 inches in circumference, and the size you choose makes a big difference in how your hair looks. So round brushes offer several advantages over other types. First, they can create natural looking volume by lifting the hair at the roots. Second, they smooth the hair cuticle for incredible shine. And third, the thermal barrel helps retain and distribute heat better through your hair, helping you to get longer lasting results in your style. What size round brush you choose will be determined by two things: the length of your hair and how much movement you want to see in your hair. Round brushes that are smaller in size are going to be ideal for those of you with shorter hair and those of you who want to see more movement and bend through your layers. You are gonna want a smaller size as well. If you have pixie length hair and you wanna create volume and texture, you are going to want to use a round brush in a size that range from that 3/4 of an inch up to 1 1/4 inches, depending on how long or short your hair is. These sizes allow you to get more movement and bend through your shorter length. For bob and shoulder length hair, whether you want to create bend or smoothness in your hair, round brush sizes that range from 2 up to 2.5 inches work perfectly. These I find the best actually to pair with this length of hair. And then those of you with longer lengths, you will love a 3-inch or larger brush size for those smooth, bouncy blowouts. So round brushes can definitely be a bit challenging to use, but a key tip when using them is to make sure that your hair is already detangled before placing in your round brush. So what this means is after you have applied your preferred styling products and you've rough dried your hair, you are going to want to gently brush through your hair using that soft bristle brush to remove any tangles. This helps you to be able to keep easy momentum with your round brush, meaning that it's not going to get caught as easily in your hair because it's detangled. If you want to create volume in your hair with your round brush, be sure to lift straight up at your roots. Because of the round shape of the brush, it adds that soft bend through the rest of your hair to create more volume over a paddle brush. And if volume is what you seek in your roots, you are going to want to do this regardless of the brush size you use. So even if you're using a big old Mac Daddy brush, you still want to lift up if you want to create volume in your roots. For creating bend through your hair to show off your layers, you are going to want to roll all of your hair into the brush and hold in place while moving your dryer on the top and bottom of your brush. Once your section is dry, you can opt to twist the brush out of your hair, as that helps create max movement through your hair, and it's gonna give you nice bend to those layers. Creating smoothness, you're going to wanna work your hair in a downward direction with light tension to help smooth out that hair. And typically, the bigger the brush, the more smooth your hair will come out. So the smaller the brush, you can get more bend. The bigger the brush, it's gonna be more straight. And if you want to create bend through just those ends, you're gonna wanna just lightly roll the brush at the ends of your hair to create that gentle curve for soft movement in the ends. So here is a side-by-side for you to see how my length of hair looks using two different size brushes. On the left, I use a 2-inch brush size to create lots of movement through my hair. And on the right, I use a larger size of 3¼ inch to create a much more smooth, sleek look. The larger the brush, the more straight your hair ends up looking, and the smaller the brush, the more bend again that you're gonna get in your hair. So it really just comes down to personal preference. And then here you can see a comparison of using a really large round brush on one side and a vented paddle brush on the other side to create smoothness and more coarse hair. So both brushes create a sleek look, but the round brush, it does have a more smoothing effect over the vented brush. The round brush, because of that ceramic barrel, it's gonna be able to smooth the hair better due to more heat being worked through the hair. Both brushes definitely got the hair straight, but in this coarse hair example, you would definitely need to implement more iron work post blow dry with the vented brush. What would the world be without a good old blowout brush? I have to say, perhaps worse off if we didn't have them, you know? Blowout brushes, if you don't know what they are motorized tools that dry and style simultaneously. So you're getting the job of two tools in one. They have bristles like a classic round brush, more so like a classic round brush, with a barrel that the heat comes directly out of onto the hair. These most often are in an oval shape, but some companies do have the classic round shape, just like round brushes. Some also have the paddle brush style attachments. So there is still lots of versatility to them depending on your budget and what exactly it is that you need from a blowout brush. Using blowout brushes is quite easy, as it's just one tool that you're holding over two. You are going to lift up to create volume at your roots, just like you would with a round or paddle brush. You're gonna roll all your hair around the blowout brush if you are creating lots of bend and movement. And of course, you will glide through the hair in a downward motion if you want that smooth, sleek style. They are pretty much a breeze when it comes to styling your own hair, with much more ease over round brushes. Now, with the pros blowout brushes offer, there are some cons. They do tend to put out a lot of heat compared to standard dryers because they don't put out as much airflow. This means that they are more likely to cause heat damage within your hair, so you always want to be sure that you are using heat protection. You will never want to skip a heat protectant when using a blowout brush. Your hair will suffer. I have collected a lot of blowout brushes over the years, but my personal favorite that I grab for most is from the brand Sutra, specifically their eye bob option. And this is not sponsored. Sutra has never given me anything. The tools I have from them, I have purchased with my own money. I really do just like them as a brand. So the eye bob has interchangeable brush sizes to choose from. So you can get a 1-inch round brush attachment, or you can choose from a 2-inch or 3-inch oval brush attachment. I have their 2-inch oval attachment because I tend to like a little bit more volume and bounce to my hair. And if you like a smoother look, you would want a 3-inch attachment. So here's a side-by-side comparison on one of my mannequins that has coarse frizzy hair. The left side, I use a 2-inch size attachment, and on the right side, I use a larger size blowout brush. Both did a great job, but the 2-inch does create a little bit more bend to show off those layers. So again, it comes down to personal preference. The eye bob, it's super affordable. I've reached out to them actually, and they did share a 20% off coupon code that you can use if you are in the market and need a new blowout brush. I'll leave it linked below if you want to check it out. Last point before touching on face shape is the importance of cleaning your brushes. Dirty brushes harbor bacteria, old hair products, dead skin cells, excessive oils, and this cocktail ends up getting redistributed through your hair from your brush, which ends up making your hair look and feel dirty sooner. And it's also going to lead to your hairstyle not lasting as long as it should be. So to clean your brushes, you're going to want to first remove any loose hair that's in them just by using the fine side of a comb. And then you're gonna fill a bowl with warm water and add soap. I find just good old dish soap to work great, and it's something that you already have in the house. So you're gonna place the brushes in the water and gently scrub with a cleaning brush. This could be an old toothbrush or a dish brush. Rinse well with water after you have scrubbed them, and then you're just gonna lay them out to air dry overnight. For your blowout brushes, you're going to want to again remove the loose hair with the fine side of your comb, and all you're gonna do is just gently wipe them with a Clorox wipe to remove any product residue. Simple and easy, and it is best to clean your brushes on a monthly basis if you can, to keep in tip-top clean shape. Clean tools create healthier, shinier, better styled hair. Finally, face shapes. Using certain brushes can help assist in your blow dry routine to help enhance the overall shape of your face. Those of you with wider shapes, such as round or square, if you are wanting to minimize the natural width that you have, choosing to use a large round brush, vented paddle brush, or a large oval blowout brush will help you create that smooth, sleek style that's going to lay nicely to soften your width. Round shapes, that sleek, straight style is going to contrast with your rounded jawline, while in square shapes, the sleek look creates a little bit more bold, striking feel to your angular jaw. Shapes that are more narrow in length, like heart, diamond, oval, and oblong, using a medium-sized round brush, such as a 2-inch or 2.5-inch in size, or a smaller oval blowout brush, work great to add volume in your sides to balance the natural length you have in your shape. Remember, the more you lift up and pull out, you will create more volume in your hair. If you're not sure of your exact shape and you want to hear even more about style options that work best to enhance your natural features, you can check out this video right here. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Drop a heart emoji in the comments if you did. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.